marble and glass and all kinds of good things. Are you at all pleased? You look very strange. Thank you.
I need not tell you what Louise and her work have meant to the development of modern art. It is a great honor to have this magnificent artist with us tonight. I would also like to add that we are equally delighted to have with us the distinguished critic Hilton Kramer, who will have a dialogue with Louise later this evening.
Look, this is a statement I'm going to make that I haven't made. People feel that the artist must do everything. Now I feel if the artist feels they must do everything, it's folk art. You see, I feel that the recognition of what you see is as important as what you do. You don't have to do everything by hand. Artists, even to this day, are boasting, they did this and they did that. That is not the ultimate. Art is made up of everything. When you talk about Mexico or you talk about the other things, when you live through all these periods, they become assimilated and become part of you. And then you can see one world, one place, you don't have to have divisions. And if I pick up a piece of wood, for instance, in the beginning, say the automobiles go past the house, maybe 1,000 of them a day, and they make their imprints by the tire into that wood. That makes a statement. Do I have to do it by hand and that makes it more valuable? I would like that really recognized, because people talk about found objects and they talk about things like that. That really doesn't mean much. But if you analyze it truly and you give it its value, I think it would open up a whole new area.
Well, this a lot depends on who finds the found object.
Well, it's not on that.
Well, I wish you would say something, though, about the extraordinary scale of those exhibitions in the 50s that you had at the Grand Central Moderns Gallery, because they were really such a new experience for all of us at the time. And as I think certainly you and I and other people in this room will remember, people weren't sure what to do with them, because they were not primarily exhibitions of objects. They were what afterwards came to be called environments, or whole assemblages of objects that were lighted in a certain way, designed to create a certain kind of total impact. And as much as I have written about your work over the years, I must say I've never been entirely clear myself, I wonder if you are, as to what it came out of. I mean, it was so audacious at the time, it had literally never been done.
Well, I'd have to be a nice guy to answer you. But let me say this, that art, or I'd like another word for it, it is really living, something living, alive. And besides the technique, anyone can go to college and take a degree and learn that blue and yellow makes green. Those are things you learn. But there's something else about the human species that no one has yet gone into the roots of the being, of the human being. Now, I attribute some of those things to a physical thing, that we're born with a certain energy, creative energy, and if it's alive, it moves. So if someone wants to climb the highest mountain, where is it, in the Himalayas? Well, I'd like to walk across this room. You see, so it hasn't altogether, we can't pin it down and make a study and say, art is this, art is, because it depends, first, I think it depends on the genes, what you're born with. I think we're born ready-made, like the egg is. I think we're born ready-made. And if you're not born ready-made, you may make art, but it's not necessarily the basic creative act.
Well, I can see you're not going to divulge your secret.
Well, it wouldn't be, it's not necessary.
Yeah. Well, I remember when we first met, which was 30-some years ago, you said to me, well, you know, I've only ever sold 5 sculptures in my life. You want to say something about those years when you were
All right.
working without interruption, and unlike the situation today, nobody was paying really any attention to what you were doing?
Well, I feel the same way now as I felt then. I really work for myself. It may sound selfish, but what I have done in my life, and it is a long life, is I want to recognize or realize what life's about. And I'm not making a thing, when an artist says I have this patron or that, I kind of laugh. They sound like a doctor or something. I do all my work from one point of view with all these years. And that is, and I hope to go on the same way, that is that the more I do, the more life reveals itself to me. When you're not selling that, you're not buying it. You see. Now, if in time that now things go where they do, that's very nice because it permits me to be more productive and fulfill the same route that I started with. And it hasn't really changed.
That's what it's about. Now, I'm still waiting to get something. You will be good enough to go with that. Here we go. We'll take care of that. She's going home in a taxi. These days.